This is Common Sense. I'm William Ferguson. Today I've been wondering, why do we have a Democrat Party anymore? It used to be that there was checks and balances. There were discussions, debates, and then there were compromises made on passing legislation. Anymore, it seems as though anybody that comes up with a policy or a bill or an idea, the other side simply does not want to cooperate because they want what they want. And if they don't get what they want, you don't get what you want. And it's getting kind of ridiculous, really. And the real problem I'm having right now is the Democrats, who last night during the State of the Union speech didn't participate in a lot of things that I believe they should have, simply out of respect. But they didn't. The two girls that were murdered by illegals, and the parents were there and recognized. Most of the chamber stood up for a standing ovation for these parents, and the Democrats didn't. And these were black folks, and the Black Caucus did not stand. It's almost as though they don't care about anybody else except for themselves, which is really sad. Now, during the Obama administration, I can understand why the Republicans didn't want to cooperate, because his policies were absolute trash. It was something that you probably find floating around in a toilet somewhere. And the means by which, I know that the Affordable Care Act was proposed in such a way that Pelosi, I believe it was Pelosi, came in to the chamber and said, you cannot know what's in it until you sign it into law. That's wrong. That's actually against the Constitution, because it's supposed to be that a law is proposed, and then there is debate, and a compromise is found. Then the bill is written with the compromises in it. Then it is passed. The Affordable Care Act was not passed in that manner. So I can understand why the Republicans didn't want to play, because Obama and his motley crew were going against the law in passing some of these bills. And a lot of the policies that Obama had were absolutely ruining the United States, or were meant to ruin the United States. So in the case of Obama and the Republicans, I can understand that, because Obama was trying to destroy the United States. Now, on the other hand, we have President Donald Trump, and he is doing everything he can to help the people of the United States make the country great, make the country safe, make America America again, the way it should be. But the Democrats, they don't want anything to do with it. And I don't understand how, if you have any intellect at all, how you can vote for these people. Nancy Pelosi, I watched an interview that she did with somebody on, I think it was MSNBC, and she couldn't even get her words right. She was talking about the FBI and the CIA and the DNA. Really. Schiff, I understand, he, this evening, I think it was a tweet, or whatever it is they do, that the memo that went to the White House was altered by Nunes, I believe, is who was supposed to have altered it. And so now he's crying, balled up in a little corner with his thumb in his mouth. But of course, if I was in his position, I may be doing the same thing. Because I believe that that memo has a lot of information on a lot of corruption that was going on in Washington, D.C. And I am one that says release the memo, and hopefully tomorrow we will know what was in that memo. Because I believe the American citizens deserve to know what's in that memo. Especially if there was corruption in the Department of Justice and Federal Bureau of Investigation. But the Democrats don't want to play. They don't want to cooperate. I think they're fuming. I really do. I think they are just mad, angry, infuriated that we have a president that is actually moving America forward. That the working class, the middle class, are making wages and not having to pay taxes out the nose on it. And they're going to say, oh, well, if you do that, then you're going to end up paying taxes later to recover from all this. Well, no, you're not. In fact, taxes may drop even more after some time because, as I said before, the more workers you have, the more tax revenue you collect, even at a low rate. Because the more money that the employee has, the more money the employee is going to go spend. And the more that the employee goes spend, the more goods and services are demanded. Therefore, the economy works, and it works quite well. I don't think the Democrats, the liberals, have any idea how that works. I don't think the people in Hollywood know how that works. And it's funny to me that the people of this country look at the actors and the stars and what have you in Hollywood and in the music industry and what other arts, and they believe that these people have some kind of supernatural knowledge of everything that's going on. They don't. I look at it this way. If you have to have somebody throughout the day, throughout your work day, tell you what to do, tell you how to do it, tell you what to say, you're not very bright. Okay? If you can't think on your feet, then you're not very bright. So, I don't believe a thing that anybody says about anything, especially when it comes to Hollywood. Now, Clint Eastwood, he's an intelligent man, and he's a conservative, I believe. I believe him. That's about it. So, the Democrat Party, I believe, soon will be no longer, because they're disrespecting even the people in their districts. They are disrespecting the people of the country. They're disrespecting everybody, even themselves. Because if they can't respect themselves, nobody can expect them to respect anybody else. So, please, when you vote this year, vote for a Republican, vote conservative, vote that the president and the vice president and the cabinet and all the rest of the people in Washington, D.C. that are working directly for the president have people backing him up. People looking to move the country forward, not to just stand in the way like a bunch of spoiled brats, which is what the Democrat are doing. Please pray for the president and the leadership of this country, that he will keep following God as the great guide, because God is the one that created us, and he knows how it works. So, and I pray for those who are still blind, that their eyes will be open and see that living by God's word, which is actually the instruction for man to live, works, and it works quite well. So, that's all I got for now. Take care of yourselves, okay?